Library rules. A librarian explains how to borrow books. Keywords and phrases. Library card, a card that allows you to borrow books from a library. Borrow, to take a book from the library for a certain period. Return, to bring a borrowed book back to the library. Due date, the deadline for returning a borrowed book. Renew, to extend the borrowing period of a book. Overdue, a book that is not returned by the due date. Fine, a small fee paid for returning a book late. Reference section, a part of the library where books cannot be borrowed. Catalog, a system that helps find books in the library. Fiction, books that tell stories, such as novels. Non-fiction, books that provide real information, like biographies or history books. Library policy, the rules for using the library. Quiet zone, an area where people must remain silent. Self-checkout, a machine that allows people to borrow books without a librarian's help. Library hours, the time the library is open to the public. Listen to Mrs. Parker's explanation. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our school library. My name is Mrs. Parker, and today I will explain how to borrow books and follow our library rules. First, let's talk about getting a library card. If you don't already have one, you can apply at the front desk. A library card is important because it allows you to borrow books and use other library services. Now, how do you borrow a book? It's very simple. First, find the book you want by using our catalog or browsing the shelves. Once you have chosen a book, bring it to the front desk or use our self-checkout machine. You can borrow up to 5 books at a time. Each book has a due date, which is usually 2 weeks from the day you borrow it. If you need more time, you can renew your book before the due date, as long as no one else has requested it. If you return a book after the due date, it becomes overdue, and you will have to pay a fine of 50 cents per day. So, please remember to return your books on time. Some books in our reference section, like encyclopedias and dictionaries, cannot be borrowed. These books are for use inside the library only. If you need help finding a book, just ask a librarian. Now, let's talk about library rules. The library is a quiet zone, so please speak softly and avoid making noise. Eating and drinking are not allowed inside the library to protect the books. Finally, always take care of the books and return them in good condition. Our library hours are from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on weekdays and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. We are closed on Sundays. I hope this explanation helps. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Enjoy reading, and happy borrowing.